Good afternoon. This is Tom Asprey with the Viper Report. It's Monday, January 20th. As this picture indicates, my outlook on the market this week, in some ways similar to last week, is all about the high risk area we're getting into. This slide is part of my presentation for the Wealth 365 conference. I'm scheduled at 11 a.m. on Thursday morning. There is a link in the email. If you haven't signed up, please do, and I'll also send you an ebook. It'll go out after the presentation. I'll be talking about some new techniques and some further background to today's presentation. In my weekend commentary for Forbes.com, a bit tongue-in-cheek, I point out the fact that the sentiment from the American Association of Individual Investors shot up 8% last week at starting to be record high levels. The only higher levels we're seeing, for example, in October of 2018, right before the market crashed, and also at several of the correction lows. So the isn't investing easy part is tongue-in-cheek, because most of you know that's not really the case. In the prior week's Forbes commentary, I featured this chart, which is the NASDAQ 100, which has been leading the market higher all year, showing that we once again had traded above the weekly Stark bands last week, this point E. We did it again this week too, so that makes about 4 weeks on the upside. I also pointed out that in 2018 we saw some similar behavior here, and of course that led to a very sharp correction that several analysts thought was the start of a new bear market, but not I. The Stark band analysis is something I discuss frequently in my publications and in my articles. You can see that drops to the lower weekly Stark bands, both at the end of 2019 and also at the June lows, created excellent buying opportunities. I'm still finding a number of stocks to recommend where the risk reward is favorable. January 6th report, I recommended CrowdStrike. This is what the table looks like, the weekly scan. So before Monday's open, CrowdStrike Holdings, and was trying to get long at 51.22. We got just below that early on that Monday, and accelerated to the upside ever since. Here's what an hourly chart looks like. So this was the entry point right in here. We closed out our longs the end of last week at around 61.50 for a 20% profit in less than 2 weeks. It's still going higher. We'll be looking for a setback, which we will get to get back in this one, but 20% in less than 2 weeks, you got to take it. This report is from January 9th. I saw some interesting action in Home Depot, HD. You can see this is the daily chart. I figured I think the on-balance volume had already broken out to the upside. The relative performance had just turned positive. So I was trying to get long at 221.88 or better, and then also add to that position at 219.84 with a risk of about 3%. This chart shows the initial entry point here, this blue arrow. It dropped right into our buy zone. The low that day was 221.85, so our order at 221.88 was filled. Then 4 days later, I wanted to add to the position. Got lucky on that one too. We're looking to buy it at 222.14. It got down to 13 last Wednesday and then accelerated the upside, closing at 231.91. We'll be looking to take some partial profits up around 237. They don't report earnings until the latter part of February, so we could have significantly more on the upside. You can see that the daily indicators are looking quite strong for HD. This table is a recent addition to the Viper ETF report, showing both our positions in traders and investors. This will be available in tomorrow's Viper ETF report. Shows you our longer term positions. Some of these, like XLP, we've been into since April, 54.97, now around 63.82. Provides you the stop, the P&L, price target, etc., other technical information. You can see we have quite a few number of trading positions, a broad spectrum of various ETFs. Our most recent addition was in the KBE. Bank earnings last week it's been correcting since December. Last week's higher close suggests the correction may be over. You can see we're up a little bit on our entry. Once again, most of you are aware that we look to try to enter on specific prices and on pullbacks. So we had a two-phase entry in the KBE for the average price of 46.63. It closed at 46.84. A strong close this coming week will confirm that the correction is over. So we're watching that one closely. Well, that's all I have for today. Hope you'll join me on Thursday for my presentation at the Wealth 365. If you'd like to try out one of our premium services, you can go to viperreport.com and click on either the Viper ETF report or the Hot Stocks link. I have a couple of stocks I'm recommending for Tuesday. That's tomorrow's report. So if you should decide to sign up today, you'll go on the list and get the report. It'll normally be set out about 8 o'clock in the morning. Hope you have a good week of trading. Thank you very much.